Hello everybody, I'm Tarin Camarena, a VFX artist and cinematographer, and I'm here with my best friend, my Fuzzy, and today is our 10th episode of the Tarin and Fuzzy show. Today I'm going to focus on why it's important not to memorize formulas and give an example through the use of focal lengths. I'm normal, Fuzzy. Now I think it's very important not to memorize formulas, and it doesn't work very well for me because I don't necessarily have the best memory. Instead, I think it's very important to understand why you are using something or why you are doing something. Often, memorizing formulas can overcomplicate things and make things seem a lot more difficult than they really are. Most aspects of cinematography and even VFX are actually common sense, and there are only a few key aspects that you really need to know to be productive and effective. Being out in the field, you have to be able to pivot quickly from one idea to another while using creativity to help solve your shot. Getting used to memorizing formulas limits your creativity. Right, Fuzzy? That's what Fuzzy says, and he loves me. Fuzzy agrees. He agrees with everything I say, you know. Now, I've been on sets where they take hours and hours to set up a shot, trying to figure out the right lens choice, lighting, etc., trying to memorize formulas, and this often wastes a lot of time because they don't truly understand what they are doing. Now, I've been on a lot of run and gun shoots where you only have a few minutes to set up a shot while having to deliver the quality that's expected from shooting with a Red Epic Dragon camera. Focusing on memorizing formulas under these quick-paced situations is only setting yourself up for failure, as you need to be able to pivot and adjust immediately. Today, I'm going to focus on lens choice and why it's important to not just memorize formulas when choosing focal lengths. For example, when shooting portraits, people often tell you to use an 85. However, an 85 is not necessarily the best lens choice all the time. It just depends. Often, I end up shooting a lot wider, even as wide as a 35 for portraits. It all just depends on the story that you're trying to tell and the look that you're trying to create. For example, I have a very square head, and if I shoot with an 85, I appear much older and fatter. But by using a wider focal length, often I will use a 35 for myself, it makes myself appear much more youthful and thinner, which is the look that I'm trying to capture most of the time. Now, my brother has a longer head, and I usually shoot with a longer lens for him, usually a 50, maybe even a 75. And this compensates for his long face. It all just depends on your subject and the story that you're trying to tell. Because if you memorize formulas, you won't be able to provide the best look to help tell your story. Well, that's all me and my Fuzzy have to talk about today when it comes to not memorizing formulas and using the correct focal length to help tell your story and make your subject look nice and pretty. Now, I will continue to give more tips about the subject when it comes to lighting, etc. But I really want to get that key point across that it's important to not just memorize formulas, but to really have a true understanding of why you are doing something. This will make you a much better cinematographer, VFX artist, as you're able to focus on your creativity rather than just being a robot memorizing different formulas. Feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe. You did great. He's so big and fuzzy, and he's got sharp teeth. Everybody look at his sharp teeth.